Today we're talking about the Spitfire Audio Originals Intimate Grand Piano. So as in the title, this is part of their Originals series. And as in my title of the video, I mentioned that this could be one of the greatest piano plugins that I own. However, you're gonna have to stick around to the end of the video to find out my final thoughts about that. So for you guys that follow me, you know that I write pieces for all of my Spitfire audio reviews / tutorials, and this video is no different. I wrote a piano piece for this. So this piece is really going to showcase what this plugin can do and really going to help you guys decide whether you want to add this to your virtual instrument collection or not. So if you want to learn more about this Spitfire Audio Originals Intimate Grand Piano, then stick around after this introduction. Welcome everybody, I'm Dan Spencer and I am the Audio Sorcerer. So this is the channel where I teach you how to perfect your audio recording, mixing, and mastering skills. So before we get to the video, make sure you guys smash that like button. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. So without further ado, today we're talking about the Spitfire Audio Originals Intimate Grand Piano. So this, of course, is a virtual instrument plugin, and it models a Steinway Model A Grand, which was recorded at Castlesands Studios in Scotland. And it was recorded using condenser microphones, ribbon microphones, and also some sort of binaural setup, kind of giving you some sort of a 3D sound. All right, so it sounds pretty amazing if I'm being quite frank. So in this video, I'm going to allow you to hear this piano on a piece that I wrote, which is a couple minutes long, so you get a good idea what it sounds like. So I did play more chords in this piece because this piano has a very full sound and it's very rich, and I want you to hear that. And then I'm also going to take you through the user interface, and I'm actually going to do that first because I want you to know how you actually use the Originals interface if you've never seen one of these plugins before. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. But I do want you guys to watch that part of the video because I am going to let you hear what the condenser microphones sound like compared to the ribbon microphones in that part of the video. Okay, so if you guys are interested in hearing the difference there, definitely check out that part of the video because when you listen to my full piece, you're going to hear a blend of those microphones because I'm using a specific preset in this piano. So since you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you guys like Spitfire audio products. So in the top right corner now, I have a link popping up to my Spitfire audio tutorial and reviews playlist. So definitely check that out after this video. And if you guys end up loving this piano plugin here, I do have a link in the description below where you can go purchase it. So with that being said, let's take a look at the user interface of the Spitfire Audio Originals Intimate Grand Piano. All right, so here we are in Pro Tools, and I have the Originals Intimate Grand Piano plugin open here. So looking at the user interface, starting on the left, we have the level fader right here, and this should always be at 100%. And next to that, we have the dynamic range compressor, which strictly affects velocity. So that is how hard or soft you are hitting the keys on your keyboard. So this should be dialed into taste. And then next to that, we have this rotary knob here, which affects these 4 parameters down here at the bottom. Now to access those, we hit this middle button right here, and now you can see that we have access to them here. So if I press, per se, hammers, I can adjust this little white ball left or right to make adjustments to it. So talking about reverb first, of course, that is the space the piano is in. You only get one reverb to choose from. Tightness is how tight the sound is. If you go further down with it, you're going to hear more mechanical noise in the sound. Hammers, of course, that is how loud the hammers are heard or not heard in the piano sound. And then the pedal is your sustain pedal. So, be careful with that one because that one does come through quite a bit as you turn it up, and it can be kind of annoying, even though it is pretty realistic. All right. So let's move over to the cool section, which is the microphone section right here. So as mentioned earlier, we have ribbon microphones, condenser microphones, and this 3D binaural section. So I want to let you hear these, as mentioned earlier. So let's start with the ribbon microphones. All right, so that was the ribbon microphones. So let's now hear the condenser microphones. All right, so that was the condenser microphone. So let's now hear the binaural setting. All right, cool. So as you can hear, the ribbon microphones were obviously a little bit further away, so you got more of that room sound. And the condenser microphones were more up close, where you got that intimate sound. And the binaural setting was supposed to be kind of mixed in with those to get more of that 3D sound. So regarding other settings in this plugin here, you got your mod, wheel, and pitch bend down here, which you don't really need for piano, but they're here. And down here at the bottom, you can see that all 88 keys are white and lit up. That means that you have access to them. In other Spitfire plugins, you'll see that some of these are grayed out. That means that they're not playable. But of course, this is a piano plugin, and you should have access to all 88 keys. Up here at the top, these are your presets. And in here, you have 7 different presets, I believe. Yep, 7. And the rest stuff up here is not super important. You got tune, pan, and volume. These are pretty straightforward for other virtual instrument plugins, okay? So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the Originals Intimate Grand Piano user interface. So now let's actually take a listen to the piece that I wrote, and we're gonna use the Soft Drama preset here, which uses a blend of the ribbon, condenser, and binaural settings here. And I think you're gonna like it. So yeah, let's take a listen now. And this is my piece. Alright, so that was my review slash tutorial on the Spitfire Audio Originals Intimate Grand Piano. So you got to hear the condenser microphones, you got to hear the ribbon microphones, and you got to hear them blended together, mixed in with the binaural settings. So you should have a pretty good idea now whether this is something that you want to add to your virtual instrument collection or not. So for me, I do think that this is the best piano plugin that I have in my collection. All right, so when I was writing with this and when I was recording with it, it felt good. It felt right. I love Steinway pianos. For me, they have always been the best. So I am a little biased. But you know, when I was playing this, it just felt full. It felt rich. It didn't leave me longing for more. And I'm sure many of you have felt that way with other virtual piano plugins, but this one does not. It's just a great plugin. So for me, I definitely give this 2 thumbs up. So again, if you guys are interested in purchasing this, I do have a link in the description below. And one thing I want to mention, I know some of you guys have had velocity issues, maybe notes getting missed on the keyboard with other Spitfire audio plugins. There were updates to all of my plugins in the Spitfire collection, and I noticed that this particular one did not have any issues for me playing it on the piano. So I'm wondering if they made updates across the board. So if you guys notice that any of your plugins are working better in that sense, let me know. Leave me a comment below. I'd be interested to know. So otherwise, if you guys end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe because I'm making this content for you, and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. And if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely check out my review slash tutorial on the Spitfire Audio Originals Firewood Piano. And with that being said, until the next video, I will see you guys later, and peace out.